groceries yesterday. Half of it being my cat shit, like my cat's food. God damn, them motherfuckers eating like a king and shit. He don't even pay for me. Hey, look, I'm Eric. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be going to track. Hey, look at the CRE over there. Ooh, HF baby. Yeah, so we just got to the track right now, and we're just putting our wheels on, and I guess we gotta go wait for tech. They sound like you nigga on drugs or something, fool. I am on drugs. You gotta make people feel the vibe, like, yo, what's up? What's going on, guys?
Just the freeway.
What's going on, you guys? Super late start on the recording in the day, but did a huge errand this morning, and we'll talk more about that car once we are done with everything planned for today. So during track, Eric's car made a first pass, and then the master gave out. So we changed the master and the slave for him to get back in line, and also because he had to drive home. We did all of that. We bled the system out, and did this happen after the burnout?
Yeah.
So okay, so during the second pass, you didn't make a second pass. You didn't make a second pass. So on his way home, okay, now fast forwarding, on his way home, his car started to slip the clutch like really badly, and actually I'll get that video from you, so I'll insert it right now.
That's on 5th gear, trying to gas it.
So what his car was doing was, when it was in gear, when he was rolling, going home, it would rev like it's not catching the clutch at all. We suspected that the pressure plate was broken or something to do with the clutch. And mind you, track was a week ago, so we're barely looking at it now. We removed the starter off the engine. We rotated the crank to see a little bit of the pressure plate with my Milwaukee borescope, and we noticed that one of the rivets and tab that goes on the pressure plate is broken. I'll insert the pictures now. And sure enough, the pressure plate is broken. So the clutch that we threw in here is an XCD clutch with the matching XCD pressure plate, and I've had luck before with those clutches on a boosted setup and didn't have any issues. Hunter Tune is using XCD on his B20V turbo as well, but unfortunate with those eBay clutches, they are hit and miss. We are hoping that the clutch itself, the ceramic, is good. Otherwise, we are going to be slapping on the old pressure plate that was in this motor before, so we can get the car going again. XCD is warrantying it out. They told us, sent them some pictures, and they'll send us a new pressure plate. So with that being said, another day we are going to start tearing apart this transmission to replace the pressure plate, so we can have this car running up to par once again. But we're not going to record that now. Today I want to do a little overview of my CRX, because it is not as windy today as it was yesterday. Because yesterday I made an hour worth footages of the overview, and upon putting it into my editing program, the wind took over, so you couldn't really hear anything. And if I was to dub in, it would make you feel like you're watching a Chinese movie, because my voice probably wouldn't have matched the footage itself. So we're gonna button up this car really quickly, and then we'll move on to the CRX. Sun is going down, and I'm gonna quickly make this overview of the CRX. We got the trailer returned, and Black just took off with his Ridgeline. Huge shout out to you, because you allow me to borrow your Ridgeline to tow whenever I need it, and thank you for also trusting me with your rig. It truly means a lot. So I got a lot of questions about the engine of the car, about what internals has been done to this H22. I honestly want to clarify this really quickly because I know I've mentioned it many times before that this is a stock H22, but a lot of people are still not believing that it's fully stock. Some people says it has pistons, some people say it has cams. It doesn't have either. Bone diggity stock. So before I get into the engine, I want to talk a little bit about the car and the background, where it came from, the backstory. A friend of mine had a buddy from high school that had this car sitting in front of his house for a few years, and he asked me if I was interested. So I asked for some few pictures. One picture being the side of it, and then the other picture being from the backside. First thing I noticed, the slipstreams were on the car. Second thing I noticed from the side view was the wing west rear bumper in the back seat. Now my red CRX, this guy right here, I have a full wing west kit for the car, sides, fronts, caps, but no rear bumper. So as soon as I saw that in the picture, I told the guy, hey, I want the rear bumper. He did not want to park the car's, you know, rear bumper. He told me I needed to take the whole car, so on and so forth, and he wouldn't budge. So he told me pretty much take the whole car as is. And from the picture, he had slipstreams and the rear bumper. I said, okay, well, it's worth $300 for that at least. And my intentions was to take the car home, chop it up, and get rid of it. I asked the guy, hey, is the car a shell? He goes, yeah, it's a shell. But when I got there with the trailer, I was checking it out right here, looking around, whatever. And I looked into the hood scoop because if you guys remember, there was a second hood that was drilled onto this carbon fiber hood, and it was like an Invader style. So inside that scoop, I noticed the VTEC emblem, and at that point I knew there was a motor in this car that was not the stock ceiling cam. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, can I open the hood? He goes, yeah, go for it. Pop the hood, and holy shit, there's an H22, and I'll post that picture right here. And I asked the guy, he said, yeah, the motor doesn't run. Something blew a long time ago, which then led him to letting the car sit. I said, does it come with the motor? Because he told me it was a shell. He goes, yeah, take it as is. The motor doesn't run, blah, blah, blah. I cashed him out. No hesitation. Gave him $300, told my buddy Alex, thank you to Alex for getting his pop's trailer to come pick up the car for me about 60 miles away from home. We loaded it up and we headed home. The car sat for some time before I actually got down with diagnostics, and what ended up being the issue, I turned the key in on position, put battery in there, checked the oils, everything was good, and as soon as I turned the key, fuel squirted everywhere. The fuel line was super cracked out, and the fuel line was just bursting fuel everywhere. So what I did was I welded the fuel rail because, you know, I picked up TIG welding, welded that shut, welded a broken dash 6 I had lying around, did a dash 6. Hey, look, there's water right there. Anyways, I did a dash 6, another fuel filter, and all that good jazz. Car fired right over. Boy, was I stoked. The car purred amazing, it sounded amazing, no crazy ticks, no knocks, no nothing whatsoever. So now, given that this car is up and running, I knew this was gonna be my 2018 race car. Thanks to you guys, y'all been asking about when I was gonna build an H, why don't I touch H, if I was ever gonna do an H2B, and my answers were, I don't have the funds for it. I didn't have a chassis for it. This car was B series turbo, my wagon was K series turbo, so I didn't even have a shell to put an H swap into, and I was not gonna do it in the other chassis. So given that this car now runs and it's a fairly clean shell, I knew that this was going to be the car for 2018 to build a race car out of in the most budgeted way possible. I know a lot of you guys are complaining about me talking a lot, but I do want to give you guys a better understanding of this car. $300. I took the wheels, I took the rear bumper. The car ended up being free to me with a ton of time and patience. I was able to come up with this monster. Now, I spun the clutch, I pulled the engine out, I replaced it with ACT 6-puck, ACT light and flywheel, and during the time of doing so, I cleaned the engine up, I cleaned the engine bay, I repaired the motor mount areas to strengthen it. I did the fuel tuck, the wire tuck, the fuse box tuck, and I wanted extra power. I wanted to get rid of the heavy stock header, so I came up with this idea of using my B series tri-wide that was sitting in the backyard for a couple years, and designed a side exit. So here we are with a side exit B series header. Did a stage 2 intake manifold port job, got rid of the butterfly valve and pretty much all of the extra casting that was inside, welded everything accordingly, and ported it and polished it to the best of my abilities. Running a block 68mm throttle body, donated to me from August Cascade Sean. Truly blessed for that. Sorry I only give you a half prayer because my other hand's right here. Built a 3-inch intake out the headlight using old scrap aluminum, and you know, that turned out amazing. The head, I'll show you guys this clip right now. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if this is a stock piston or not. The clip was just shown to you guys. When the engine was all said and done, I pretty much started working on everything else. I got down with the body work, brought back the Rust-Oleum paint job, because what other way to fit a budget paint job than the $8 1-quart can from Home Depot, right? For the dingleberry that was complaining about my suspension protruding through my fucking hood, it's budgeted. This is a 2.5 extend top hat that I put together, and the rear, shit, this one might even hurt your damn feelings. The rear is freaking 3-inch. But guess what? I cut 1/7/60 foot with this. The shocks are completely stock. The springs are 100% eBay, just fully compressed, running the extended top hats. I hope you guys can see that right there. Stock shocks, eBay springs, just super preloaded. Other than that, the interior was pretty shitty when I got it, and I, you know, cleaned the living crap out of it. Made it very decent for me to sit in without feeling grimy. So this pretty much covers like the majority of the CRX. I took it to my buddy's shop over at Red Zone Race out of Antioch, California, and the car is tuned on 91 pump. It is tuned on Honda S300 V3, and they were able to pull out 207 168. That is truly amazing for this stock ass motor. I don't know how they did it, but they did do it, and it is a stock H22. Mind you guys, this is a 1991 P13 H22A. I believe, according to the interweb, this is the first year production for the H22, and I believe it's the SI VTEC. So it's like a base model in Japan, which only makes 197 to the wheels from factory, which by then probably only makes like 185. To everybody who doubted that header for being unequal length and for the fact of it being a B series header on an H motor, for those who kept saying this car was only gonna make 185, 190, y'all just got proven wrong. This car made a lot more than I expected, and a lot more than everybody had guessed. but I am truly happy with the number. I can't be any more thankful. Thank you to Guy and Jeremy for working their red zone sauce to pull the most they can out of this engine safely. So yeah, not really much more to cover with this car. It's a very basic chassis, a very basic mod, very budgeted build. And for those who said that you know, being cheap is not the way to go, y'all just been proven wrong. And also, for those that say that if this car had a lighter driver, it'd go faster, mark my words, I'm gonna make sure this car is gonna touch 1199 with my 300-pound ass driving it, because there are a lot of YouTube racers and doubters and people who hate, or people who think they know it all, talking all the shit, or at least what they think is the truth, and I'm here to prove you guys wrong. So don't take it to the heart because I said it, but stick around. The ones who said all that crap on my comment section, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button for real and stay posted for when this car goes 1199 all motor. So it's getting dark out, and I'm not even going to cover anything about that car right there, because I'm going to make you guys wait. With that being said, I want to give a few shout outs before the sun really goes down. Thank you to the dude who sold me the fucking car. He completely blocked me after he sold me the second shout out, JB Tune Dylan White, for completing my DIY hydro conversion bracket and hydro setup, for sending me the clutch line and the slave cylinder. Without you guys' help, we wouldn't be going in gears or banging gears. Another huge shout out to CJS Wiring, my boy, where I get all my fucking wirings and shit from, for sending me that rocker switch assembly. It gives this car so much more of a race car feel with these switch panels right here. Ignition, fan, nitrous, turbo, ejectocito, cuz. Another huge shout out to my buddy Weed for donating the plexiglass windows for the CRX. Definitely lightened up the rear a ton. Another big huge shout out to Red Zone for making what this car has become, because without their tune, I don't think this car is gonna be running up to its par or its potential without that sauce they put into the tune. So can't thank you guys enough. You guys made a lot of things possible for me over the years, and that's why I continue supporting you and pretty much everybody else that has reached out to me. Y'all help me you know, stay motivated, stay pushing, and you know, you guys show me the love, and like, you guys, I can't thank you guys enough. So just know that I truly am blessed to have you guys on board, enjoying all my stuff that I post out for you guys. And like I said, once we get to 20K, if we do get to 20K, obviously we're going to be turboing the car, but I have something to give back to you guys. Kind of got it all worked out already, just waiting for the time to do it. But yeah, like I said, man, probably going to talk about the other car another day, possibly tomorrow. Sun is going down. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Super late on the Walking Dead episode.